Welcome, folks. This is Acid Roots, and we're going to talk about the 2 Chainz and partially Lil Wayne album, Collegrove. Now, with this is a combination of 2 Chainz, where he's from, and Lil Wayne, where he's from. So that's College Park, Hollygrove, Louisiana, and Georgia. Now, with this, the fusion of this is good because there's been a number of rappers who have done this. You've had Jay-Z and Kanye West. You've had Drake and Future. And now we've got these guys. So, we're starting to find like these tag team type things, and it makes for good music just because, you don't have to worry about maybe the chemistry not being there. And that's definitely something that you can count on. And it's good to know that this sort of thing actually works because, collaboration albums, sometimes they can just be cash-ins, but now that it's not, we've got quite extensive music. So this actually came out in the spring. Technically it's still spring, but the thing about it is I do have appreciation for it. But it was, the thing about it to me was this album was not the approach to it was different. It's hard to describe, but the way this was not attempting to be like Lil Wayne's The Carter 2. That's the thing, is it felt more of like a kind of, it's not, I'm trying to think of the right way of describing this, but you can tell that the emphasis was taken as not as serious approach. Like it was really kind of supposed to be a festive and more jovial experience, and that's fine. But this kind of means that the number one single, like you've been hearing from Drake, and in some cases, like a couple other cats, Nicki Minaj, this is not apparent. So it's really, it's kind of more between the lines, more so than as, trying to look for the word. Yeah, I can't. Point being, this, it's good, but the thing is it just is not making huge noise, but it's still a great project. Don't think I mean that it's a quiet album and just isn't parading itself. That's what I'm looking for. So obviously I think there's a lot of videos for this. You can see what they've been up to, and these songs do have some of they're well put together. There's many of them that could feel like mixtape songs, but also are good enough to chart. So that's one thing. 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne, I don't think they're strangers to this chart. So this is something to realize. So obviously what you're getting is you're getting a bunch of songs without like the mega hot single. That's just what I'm trying to explain to you. So it's not something that you should feel like nobody's going to know about either. But okay, so with this, the production on this album, this is where I'm saying I liked pretty much every song on here. Some of the ones I preferred was Motherfucking Right, Blue C Note, 100 Joints, Section, Bounce. All of these kind of work, but it does not feel like something Eminem would do. This is very, like, the thing about this project that makes it so distinct is that it's a 2 Chainz signature. It feels like something he would do, and also, so this is kind of a new look for Lil Wayne. Judging by, usually the music that he does is not in this alley. So it's strange seeing this from him, but this is something that 2 Chainz does. So that's good to know. Now, really, I'm trying to So yeah, I get clear-headed. This always happens. Yeah, so the Unheard Songs. There were only 4 songs on this project that I did not agree with. Other than that, I don't think that this should stop any of the momentum. But I really did not like Rolls Royce Weather, and I was surprised that a song like Bentley Truck was not a better song. But the other 2 that I did not like were Not Invited and Dedication. Now, obviously, these are still fine songs in their own right, but it's more of your personality that's going to make you decide here. But I'm pretty sure a lot of folks probably will not like Rolls Royce Weather. I mean, that to me was my least favorite one. But okay, the other ones, the first 6 songs, first 7 songs basically, first 6 songs, extensive. They're covered really well. 100 Joints, 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne is not on every single song, and that really makes little to no difference. That's something to know. 100 Joints, and there was another Motherfucking Right or some ones, and then the last bit has some good ones as well. So this album is going to get an 8 due to the fact that I did like 8 out of 12, and if it just would have been one more song, it would have been like a 9 or a 10, but it's going to get an 8 out of 10. And the social score, which is how well this plays around you and a group of friends, I will give it an 8.5. I think, I'm not sure what the single was from this album, but there's several songs that, for one thing, you should know both of these rappers, so it's easier to get accustomed to this sort of thing. So 8.5. There's multiple songs, no features, but that's okay. Just go out and get it. It's definitely something that could last a few months, and it's not, yeah, I can't think of that. But the future, supposedly, Lil Wayne has plans. He's been saying he's going to do a bunch of things. I would expect a mixtape. 2 Chainz does mixtapes also. Both of these guys I might want to add. Their lyrics, they're put together. They both know how to do it. So, you're going to find that on this project. And really, I do think, for all the crowd of people who say, well, Lil Wayne, people who are still saying Lil Wayne is the greatest and haven't made the transition to Drake or some of these other cats that are around, some of the new generation of folks. 2 Chainz is a good example of someone else who's up your alley, because he's a mixtape rapper. He has just as good of songs, but he kind of does more original material. So, but I think he was on Sorry for the Wait 2 and a couple other ones. That's one thing. I mean, these guys, they have lyrics. So, trying to. So yeah, can this album be topped? Not really. Don't underestimate the score of an 8. But that's just one thing to understand. So 8 and 8.5 social.